Are back from executive session. Thank you so much. We have a number of presentations this evening. Our first presentation is from the Hackensack Comprehensive Bicycle Plan. Yes, you can come on up. Thanks. Here you go. Right here. Thank you.
I think I got this right. Okay.
Make sure your mic's on.
Hello.
There we go.
Hey,
Okay.
you can take that out too.
I'll take it off.
Hey.
All right. Thank you, Mayor. Welcome, everyone. My name is Rachna Sheth. I am the Deputy Director of Planning at a firm called NV5, and we are consultant planners for the New Jersey Department of Transportation, working on this comprehensive bicycle plan for the city of Hackensack. So just a quick round of introductions here. We have Bill Revere from NJDOT, who's the project manager, and he's with the Bureau of Safety, Bicycle and Pedestrian Programs. I have James Clavelli, also from NV5, who is our senior planner. And we have a sub-consulting firm by the name of MBO Engineering. So just to give you a quick background, this project is funded through NJDOT's Local Technical Assistance Program, which provides technical assistance to municipalities and counties in New Jersey, mainly municipalities, to work on safety, on bicycle plans, on pedestrian plans, on complete streets plans, and for over 20 years. And this program has prepared over 80 plans that focus on bicycle and pedestrian planning primarily. So the focus of this study is to kind of improve the bicycle safety in the city of Hackensack, examine the current conditions of biking in the city, look at some of the demand that the city of Hackensack has for biking, and then identify some potential solutions to improving the overall safety and also the inadequate bicycle infrastructure. And the way this plan came around was the city of Hackensack applied to NJDOT to develop this plan. So just to give you a quick timeline, this plan started in February, and we are aiming to complete it in December. The overall project is kind of built on outreach. So our first task was really to set up a steering committee that is made up of representatives from the city of Hackensack. We developed a community engagement plan, and we presented our outreach materials and our overall plan at public engagement events. So I am going to call James to kind of give you an overview of what we've done so far.
Good evening, everybody. Thank you very much for having me. So I'm lucky enough to be leading the public outreach portion of our project as a planner at NV5. And to give you a sense of what we've done so far, we were at National Night Out a couple of weeks ago, which was a wonderful experience. I got to meet a lot of the community. But what we're trying to prepare next is 3 stakeholder engagement groups and more public outreach for us to just connect with the community. So for that, we are tabling at Iconic Coffee on Friday from 11 to 1. If anybody would like to come by, or if you have friends who are interested in cycling, please send them our way. We'll also be at Johnson Library from 3 to 5 p.m. on Tuesday of next week. And after that, we will be doing focus groups with specific groups in the city. We're working on working with the PTA. We are also planning to meet with the county planners and engineers, right? It helps us to interact with the county roads and things like that that run through the city. And we have, on September 25th, we'll be at the Multifamily and Condo Board to meet with folks who represent the folks who live in multifamily units, which is really important for cycling and for dense cities like this one. And I look forward to getting to know the city better and meeting with folks. So thank you all very much.
Thank you. James. And so part of our project development process, as James said, we have outreach. And what we've done is, we understand the data, we can look at the data, we can visit Hackensack, but we are not local experts. All of you, all of the community members are the local experts. And the insights that you have on a day-to-day basis is something that will really make this plan more, it'll address your needs more closely. And so to help us with that, we've developed a project website. There are some meeting materials there that you can grab flyers to get to access the website. We have an online survey. We also have an interactive map. And what that map allows the community to do is you could put a point in there and let us know these are places where you think it's unsafe to bike, or these are places where you want to bike to. Help us identify some key destinations, some areas that need improvement when you think of it from a biking perspective. We also developed a social media share kit. So if any of you are part of organizations that can help us spread the word about this plan, about the development of this plan, we are happy to share that with you. As James mentioned, we will be at these events, and we would love to see members of the community there. So outreach is a big component of the plan. Another component is our data analysis. So the way we do that is we look at crash data in the city and we identify trends. Okay, these are places where there are more crashes, these are intersections, these are the roadways, and what kinds of crashes, what types of crashes. We also develop a city profile. So that's looking at land use, that's looking at demographics, that's looking at what are the key destinations. Again, whatever we can get from visiting the city and doing our online research. But you guys are the local experts, so please help us by going to the website and giving us input there. Once we collect our base data, so that's outreach, crash analysis, and also an understanding of the local conditions, we are working on a needs assessment. And what the needs assessment is that we look at existing barriers, gaps, and to connect different destinations, biking destinations especially. We look at what's called a bicycle level of stress that's based on the speed and cross-section of all of the roadways in the city. And we develop what we call an existing conditions bicycle demand map. And what that tells you is based on where people live, where people work, where people go to school, these are the roads that should be prioritized when it comes to providing improving or providing bicycle infrastructure. And through that process, the next step is to kind of go visit the city and look at some of the biking conditions on the road. So that means we would walk some of the streets, we would maybe bike some of the streets and make observations on what the conditions are and develop a recommended bicycle network for the city to enhance biking in overall.
Rachna, I don't want to interrupt you, but I just want to be mindful. There are some more presentations. I
Yeah.
want to give you about 3 more minutes.
Yeah, I'm almost done. Okay.
Perfect, thank you.
And then once we look at all those conditions, we develop our bicycle network map and recommendations of how you can improve biking in the city, and then our final report. One of the other tasks that we have is called a pilot bike lane demonstration program, and what that is identifying streets in the city to test out some of our recommendations. So would a bicycle lane work here? And those are done through temporary measures. That's it. Some of our next steps, as James mentioned, we have pop-up events. Friday at Iconic Coffee, Tuesday at the library. We'll have some focus groups, and all of our data collection efforts will be posted on the project website, which is available at the City of Hackensack's website as well. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you. And you are welcome to stick around. There's public comment at the end of this portion of the meeting if you'd like to stick around, just in case anyone has anything. Feel free, if you'd like to. It's up to you. All right, thank you. We now will have a presentation by the Northeast New Jersey Legal Services. Thank you.
Hello. I'm gonna. Oh, sorry. Oh, I'm sorry about that. I put all my stuff on there.
Thank you.
Yep. Hi, good evening, everyone. My name is Laura Ariasa. I am the Community Outreach and Engagement Manager at Northeast New Jersey Legal Services. Is anyone in the room familiar with Northeast New Jersey Legal Services or legal aid in general? Anyone? A little bit? Okay. Awesome. No problem at all. So we are a nonprofit law firm, and we provide free legal services to Bergen County residents as well as Hudson and Passaic in civil areas of law. So I am the Community Outreach and Engagement Manager, and in my position, I manage all of our community partnerships, outreach activities, and the community legal education program because, as you can see, we have been around for about 55 years, but not too many people know about our services. And our services are 100% free to those who need it most. So we specialize in civil areas of law. So that is housing, public benefits, consumer law, family law, immigration, and also planning for the future for senior citizens. I am not sure if there's a button for the presentation, but that's okay. I can do it by memory. So when it comes to housing, we can assist mainly tenants against evictions, illegal lockouts, and if they are being sued for not being able to pay their rent. That also includes any other type of landlord-tenant disputes if they have been taken off the Section 8 waiting list or facing habitability issues. So if the landlord isn't making necessary repairs in their apartment, such as heat, the stove, the refrigerator, things like that. So we represent tenants for the most part, but we can also represent homeowners in issues of foreclosure or tax issues. So that's housing. Those are the most common cases that we see, but we also have attorneys that specialize in public benefits. So if anyone has been denied, terminated, or they are saying that they owe money to the government for any of that benefits, such as unemployment, SNAP, Medicaid, temporary assistance for needy families, emergency assistance, all of those things count. So if anyone has been denied any of their benefits, the one right before, perfect. Or if they're being terminated, so they had them taken away, or for example, unemployment. During the pandemic, a lot of people were receiving unemployment, and then in 2022, they got a notice saying, actually, you didn't qualify. So now you owe us $6,000. So that's an example of where our public benefits attorneys can come in. They can do the appeal process for them and represent them through that process, making sure that they gain access to those benefits again. So that's housing, public benefits. We also have attorneys that specialize in consumer protection. So when I think about consumer law, it's really anything that has to do with money and debt. So if people are facing a lot of crippling debt, they need to file for bankruptcy. We are able to do that for them. If they are having a lot of debt issues with their credit cards or student loans that have been transferred to a private debt collector, we can also walk them through that process. Another big one that we see is identity theft. So if their identity has been stolen, and now they're in debt issues because of that, another case that we can handle. So people can come to us if they know for sure they want to file for bankruptcy or if they're just not sure what to do with their debt, and that falls under consumer protection. The next area that I'll cover is family law. So we have family law attorneys that really specialize in helping survivors of domestic violence or sexual assault with different types of protection orders. That could be the temporary restraining order, the final restraining order, or other orders of protection that can be given to them. In addition to that, our family law attorneys can assist with general child custody, child support, and divorce motions as well if they need to make adjustments after a divorce has gone through. So those are our four main areas. But we also have special projects such as immigration, so helping folks apply for citizenship, family petitions, U visas, VAWA self-petitions, so the Violence Against Women's Act, and helping them apply for fee waivers through immigration. So our services are free, but other other applications that you have to through immigration, they still have their fees. But if they qualify for our services, it's likely that they can qualify for a fee waiver, and we'll do that fee waiver for them. Other special projects that we have include elder justice. So anyone who is a victim of any type of abuse, which can be physical, mental, emotional, and they're over the age of 60, which can happen in a nursing home, in assisted care facility. We can represent them through that. We have special funding for that. And we can also help seniors and others create their wills. So the last will and testament, the living will, and then the 2 different powers of attorneys, medical and financial, also known as a healthcare proxy or a durable financial power of attorney. The last couple areas I'll mention are veterans. So for any veterans, we do have someone that is based right here in Hackensack to assist veterans gain access to their VA benefits, any healthcare benefits that they already don't have access to, and if they need to do, a discharge upgrade in order to gain access to those benefits. What else am I missing? We can also do expungements. So anyone who has a criminal record here in New Jersey, we can help expunge that record as long as it was here in New Jersey. Unfortunately, if they have criminal records in other states, they would have to go to an attorney that specializes with that state's process in order to expunge those records. And then the second to last thing I'll mention is our education representation project. So that is really for students with special needs, making sure that they have their IEPs in place in school. If they are being registered for school, if they've been displaced from school for any reason because of homelessness, a natural disaster, making sure that they're able to attend school in that district, or of course, if they need to go to a different district, kind of walking them through that whole process. That also includes cases of bullying, if a student is a victim of bullying or if they're being accused of bullying. And also any other accommodations that need to be made for them because of disabilities or any other types of special needs. And then the last thing I will mention is taxes. So we can assist folks with federal tax issues. So if they are receiving notices from the IRS, if they're being audited by the IRS, we have 2 attorneys that can walk them through that process and make sure that they, if appropriate, they can owe less, or just making sure that they're not in trouble with the IRS anymore, basically. So I'll go over to the next slide. That is a very quick overview of all the areas of law that we handle. We do handle a lot, but an easy way to remember is that we handle civil areas of law. We don't really handle any criminal cases, personal injury cases, none of that of the sort. And at the beginning, I did mention that you do have to qualify for our services. And when it comes to those qualifications, it is based off on income. It's based off of income for the household. So depending on how many people are in the household, they have to be at or below 300% of the federal poverty line. As an example, let's say, so there are maximum income guidelines for depending on how many people are in the household. For one person living by themselves, they would have to be making around less than $47,000 a year in order to qualify for our services. For 2 people in the household, that number does go up to about $64,000 a year. A kid does count as a person in the household. Of course, the child is not working, so that doesn't affect the income. But just keep in mind that the more working members are in the household, we do ask for that information just to make sure that they qualify. Because we are a nonprofit and we do work off of grants, that's how we're able to provide these services. So we just have very specific guidelines when it comes to our clients. We have an office right here in Hackensack. It's located at 190 Moore Street, so it's nearby. We're open Monday through Friday, 8:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Walk-ins are welcome, but the easiest way to get in contact with us to get an appointment, or if you would like to refer someone over to our office, they can just call the number on the screen. I also left some business cards and brochures that look like this. Has all of our contact information and our legal areas inside as well that I mentioned today. They're going to be on that table over there as well. And then you can also reach us at our email, our website, and our social media channels that we have up there. I don't know if I'm taking questions at this moment or at the end.
There's an opportunity for public comment. There's one more presentation, then public comment. So if anyone has any
No
questions or
problem.
something like that, we can.
Okay,
that by ear.
sure. So I know that was a lot of information, so I'll stick around if you guys have any other questions later on, and thank you.
Thank you. Okay, Ryan, you're up. Thank you.
Good evening. So just overview of the work that's going on. Anderson Street, that punch list was complete. The site utility work at Johnson Park, there's a little bit of a break, but I'll go into that. Lot A improvements, we're on punch list. Engine 2 work is progressing. Fashini Fields 8 and 9 work has started. Kennedy Pump Station, we're doing submittal reviews right now. And the last few were some bid awards that I'll get into next couple slides. Firehouse Engine 2, the concrete repairs at the apparatus floor have begun. The demo has been complete. The rebar has been coated and extra rebar added, and the contractor has scheduled a building department inspection for tomorrow morning. Johnson Park Sports Complex. The contractor will return towards the end of the month to continue with the utility work for the drainage structures that are being manufactured. Site utilities are currently being redesigned to accommodate the future plans. And we got thanks to the DPW, we got the temporary construction fence installed up around the community garden. Fashini Park site demolition actually started today and yesterday, and soil movement will begin towards the end of the week. Air monitoring is in place for that soil movement. We're doing shop drawing and submittal review, and the completion date for that is spring of next year. This next is new to the presentation is the Grand Avenue pedestrian safety improvements with DOT. The city received a local aid grant in the amount of $176,772. DOT has reviewed the plans and gave us approval to bid. This work includes intersection improvements at Grand and Poplar and Grand and Fairmount just at the school. It includes milling and paving of those intersections, curb bump outs, ADA ramps with detectable warnings, new thermo line striping, flashing pedestrian crossing signs, and the next step is just to bid this work. We're going to bid it to, award it and coordinate the work probably for next summer, just to avoid school, just because it's right at the Fairmount School. So. The city received a request from a citizen in the area of Spring Valley to add a transit bus stop on Springs Alley for Route 168. I reached out to NJ Transit. Transit investigated the issue, and they are proposing 2 stops on Spring Valley, one in the area of Summit and one in the area of the intersection of Crone. Currently, there are no stops in Hackensack on Spring Valley. The nearest one is just over the border in Maywood near Cole Street. So the next step would, if the city would like to approve those stops, would be ordinance, and we'd probably have it on for the next meeting if the city wishes to go on with that. The 2020 paving program, there was 3 separate bids that will be on this evening at the council meeting for award. The local NJDOT local aid for Kennedy Street, the city funded roads, and CDBG. With CDBG, we're only awarding the South Newman and DeWolf. With Union Street, we hoped to get the award letter from CDBG in time, but we didn't, so we had to not award that, and we'll just rebid that once we get the award letter from the county at a later date. We expect it sometime in October. The Baldwin Park ADA sidewalk improvements, that was bidded a couple weeks ago and is on for award tonight. And that includes new ADA sidewalks, walkway, some shade trees. And we are able to award all the alternates with the cleaning of the playground equipment, new wood mulch underneath the playground equipment, and extended asphalt walkways. And that's all I have. Yes.
Just, can you go back just one slide? Is there an estimated timeline for completion on this particular?
I'll have to check the contract, but the duration is probably a 60-day contract. It's pretty short on that project.
Okay, thank you.
Yep. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. You have a question? Okay. Okay. Can I have a motion to open to the public?
I'll offer.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Okay. Any member of the public who would like to speak? You have 3 minutes. Thank you.
Can I speak on three different times or only once?
There's a public
we had
comment
3
during.
Sessions.
There's a public comment during this session, and then in the next session, there's another public comment at the end of the next session. So the next session starts at 8, and there's another public comment at that session.
It's only 2.
Correct.
All right, good evening. My name is Sergey Tolstoy, and I'm talking tonight with a heavy heart for the Cumberland County man who died on a scooter in a crash with a car in a New Jersey intersection yesterday at 1 a.m. So it's very prolific that we talk about this today, where we had the consultant come in for a bike plan when I had said online that bikes are old. We got EVs, we got e-bikes, we got all kinds of scooters and all kinds of, vehicles out there. And where are the ordinances? That's number one. You need to have something in place, a framework to control them. So let's define what these particular vehicles are. Because, the MVC already defines what a motorcycle is. Where are our safety requirements? How come Hackensack doesn't have a helmet requirement? We have all these people riding around, they have no helmets, maybe gloves. And identification. As in New York City, you could hit somebody and just walk off. We don't know who you are. We don't know whose bike it was. So let's have some identification involved. And lastly, penalties. You gotta have penalties. If people are not following the rules after 3 times of being told, there should be some type of penalty, and that involves the police. So as we come into the September 2025, I'm talking to the police of Hackensack. You got to step up, because we have safety patrols in Cedar Grove when school opens, and people that driving in the cars in Cedar Grove, they know what to do because they'll get a ticket because there's no ghost cars out there. There's no fake plates out there. There's no speeding on, say, like Polyfly Road, State Street, Summit Street, Essex Street, and there's nobody that, is riding around without a license or registration or insurance, We need to have this stepped up, especially at this time when there's kids out in the street. So that's what I want to say, because I just received a survey just 2 weeks ago, New Jersey Transit bicycle plan for Hackensack. Received it 2 weeks ago. All right, thank you.
Good evening. Bill Wassley, 464 Kaplan Avenue, 22-plus year resident. Real quick, one of my main issues, I guess, I'm not sure I have to speak about because I think it disappeared from the website. For the last number of years, I've had kind of a battle with the administration regarding airplane noise and stuff, and the amount of resources that they've used to try to move the airplane noise, they say, away from Hackensack. But really all it is moving it from one side of Hackensack to another side of Hackensack, basically from, Canestrino's home over to my home. So, and I... so it's on there. Well, I know Jerry Carroll's on there. Another councilman also knows what the airplane noise. Anyway, I just want to say it's disappeared from the website on there. I don't know if it's coming back or not. And my comment is, if you do it or don't do it, just be honest. Don't say you're moving it out of Hackensack. Just say you're moving it from one side to another side of it. That's all. If you just, that's my biggest complaint is just the dishonesty on it. Well, also the fact that she was said, you don't know what the sound's like underneath it. I'm like, yeah, I sit out of my thing. I can actually watch the lights underneath go directly over my house. Yeah, I mean, I do. So real quick, on the other thing I wanted to mention was notifications and things that the city does lots of stuff, but we don't really know about it. In the past, I've made comments to the thing, and I've always gotten the response back, check the website, check the website, check the website. I don't live in Teaneck. I guess somehow I got on their alerts at one point, but I got like 7 emails for their votee day that they had the other day. I get all sorts. I know about their 9/11 ceremony. I mean, I know about it here because I checked the website, but I don't get a notification ever from the city. And I guess my comment is when the city spends money and resources on various things that they do, maybe you should do a better job promoting it. You got the weekly email. Excuse me. Good job. I mean, it's a start. But I'm just saying there's other things, especially like the Oktoberfest thing that you do, where you especially, or the music nights, where you spend probably considerable bit of money on some of these things. Just advertise it more. So you get the people out. The point is to get people out and using the city more and show what you're doing for them. It's a win for you, and it's a win for the people that may not know that there's more things out there. So, as I said, I get these notifications from Teaneck all the time, and even Maywood, but I don't really get anything from here. And in the past, I've made the request, and I've gotten basically told to shut up. So, anyway, thank you very much. Good luck. Congratulations on the win, guys. Congratulations. We're looking forward to it.
Thank you. Thank you for the feedback. Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Kareem Jacobson. I reside at 374 D Wolf Place. I'm here and talking about the permit parking on D Wolf. I know the last mayor had brought that up, but we haven't heard anything in terms of the permit parking. We do have a lot of people coming from Prospect and parking on D Wolf Place, and there's a lot of houses on D Wolf Place that does not have driveways. So it's making it hard for us to park on there. I know they do have permit parking on Berry and Stanley, but in terms of D Wolf Place, we haven't heard anything back in terms of the permit parking. And then I know they just mentioned that they're going to do paving on D Wolf, but if they can probably look into getting some speed bumps, because there is a lot of cars that fly from Berry coming down D Wolf and vice versa. So, that's pretty much what I have. Thank you so much. You're welcome.
Good evening, Brandon, lifelong Hackensack resident, Eden Church. I really just had one quick comment. One, I want to say thank you for putting together a bicycle plan. I'm a frequent e-bike user in Hackensack, and so I'm excited about that. My one comment I wanted to make regarding that is just to emphasize a focus on putting in permanent biking solutions. I think like the green lanes, they get real nasty in New York. I lived in Harlem for several years as well. Yeah, even though I love Hackensack more, obviously that's why I'm back. And I just the green lanes, they get ugly. It's nasty. They're not safe. And I think to the first gentleman's point, they don't necessarily create, in personal experience, they don't create an environment that really honors all the different types of mobile units that are being used. Regular bikes that are going 7 miles per hour, and then e-bikes that are going 47 miles per hour. But I think we can learn a lot from the West Coast, who is way ahead of us in this. I don't think we're going to be anywhere near where they are right now. But even where Rad Power Bikes was created near Seattle, they have these huge, like, genuine structures for bicycles and all sorts of units that create a separate space. Again, in my isolated experience, what I found is that especially the e-bikes, we don't have a classification for it yet. And so I think people, when they're in vehicles, don't necessarily understand when they see a bike coming, oh, that might be going 45 miles per hour. It just doesn't register to the human mind these days yet. And I think that creates a lot of hazards. I've been in very hazardous situations, not just in Hackensack, anywhere that I've biked. I don't think it's a Hackensack unique issue. Anyway, so my emphasis is just on permanent structures. One suggestion I have for that is River Street. I think can really be used to there's enough space there to create a robust permanent structure with a gate that would completely separate any type of confusion from bicycles, e-bikes, e-scooters, e-hoverboards I see now. from vehicles and from pedestrians. And so that's my one comment, but thanks for focusing on that. I think it's super important.
I'm Greg Dobbin. I live at 388 The Wolf Place. Just to reemphasize on what Mr. Jacobson was talking about, there's nothing on the website that talks about that street thing on the Wolf Place. And I've spoken to Lieutenant Capadonna. I get nothing back. So, and the other thing that I'd like to address is rooming houses.
I'm sorry, can you speak a little bit closer?
Rooming houses.
Thank you.
They're popping up everywhere. This is a community, you know, and I don't really like to see strangers walking out of a house that I don't know. So I brought this to the attention of the council before also. All right, and that even adds to that parking dilemma that we have. They're walking from other blocks and putting their cars in our block and not moving them. Sometimes they're ticketed, and you know, on the alternate side of the street days, we need a little more action. You know, if I park there after 7, I'm getting a ticket, but I notice there's others aren't getting the tickets at 7, so it needs to be enforced a little better. Thank you.
Hey, Council, Randy Glover, Hackensack. Mine's is a little more simplistic than what everybody else is asking. My first thing is, of course, to have Tony Jackson installed as the poet laureate of Hackensack. I think he's an eloquent gentleman, and I think a lot of people know that he fits that build. The second thing is, I think everyone has great ideas, but the council has only been in for 2 months, and I think like all the things that you're asking them to address, you had addressed the previous administration and it wasn't done. These guys are in here, they just got in. You have to give them time to analyze everything that's being said, and 60 days, maybe 90 days might not be enough. So I would say just give them grace, allow them the opportunity to get their feet wet and to really, scrutinize what's going on. They're new in the position. The previous administration was here for 12 years. So to unwind 12 years worth of things in 2 months is a lot to be asking. So I just ask that everybody be patient and know that this council is here to work with you. That's it. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. My name's Philip Brophy. I'm a teacher at Hackensack High School for 16 years, and I come here in support of the people who spoke about improving bicycle infrastructure in Hackensack. I rode my bicycle here tonight and had a little trouble finding even a place to lock it, which I think speaks a little bit to that issue. And in this new school year, I actually had the opportunity to visit the students' bike rack, which is at the high school, and today counted 30 bicycles there that don't have any sort of protection for it, let alone infrastructure to support those students who ride from wherever they're coming in Hackensack to the high school. So I echo my previous speaker's sentiments that you all need time and you have just arrived, but you have the full support of not only me and the students who I am close with, but also many people in Hackensack who also commute to work for one reason or another by bicycle, and I am in full support of anything you do in any way that I can help. I would be grateful to do so. So thank you so much for your time.
Hi, my name is Pat DeRoma. I'm actually not a resident of Hackensack. I'm actually a resident of Woodridge, and I'm a county level advocate for complete streets and with a little bit of a focus on bike infrastructure. So I'm here today in support of the Bike Master Plan. I think it's a great initiative. I really wish Hackensack the best with it. I'm actually involved with it a little bit myself. I'm in communication with the folks who are putting the plan together. As an advocate at the county level, one of the things is the county meetings actually take place here in Hackensack. And so as a resident of Woodridge, my path to get over here involves crossing over I-80. And so I have to go through Boulevard, which then becomes Summit Avenue. And I have to drive right now when I do it, even though distance-wise, it's really not that big of a deal for me to head over here with a bike. I would gladly bike that distance if it were safe. And so, I mean, that's just one example, but I'm looking forward to what Hackensack can do as far as improving bike infrastructure and allowing people like me who aren't necessarily residents of here, but regularly do visit, to make it so that I don't have to drive and take up street parking spaces or take up road space, contribute to traffic. I really would prefer not to. So, thank you.
Hello, good evening. My name is Chris Nowell, Nowell, and I live in Fort Lee, but I'm also an advocate for safe streets for pedestrians and cyclists, and I've been involved with the cycling plan along with Pat, and we are co-founders of Bergen County Complete Streets. But and obviously I'm a cyclist. And I don't live in Hackensack, but I pass through Hackensack very often. I work in Woodridge, so I pass through Hackensack on my way to work and my way home when I cycle. And I also love to just come and hang out in Hackensack, of course. And I work for Easy Ride. So we are the Transportation Management Association for this part of New Jersey. And, but as I said, I'm also an advocate. And so the comprehensive bike plan is a plan. I want to really see it get implemented. So that's going to be after the plan comes out. And, as I'm a assistant manager of bike and pedestrian programs at Easy Ride. And so I know that Hackensack has a Safe Routes to School silver recognition status. And so with Easy Ride, everything we do is free. And it doesn't, I don't get commission or anything for, I'm not being paid to say this now. But we would love to help you get to gold status, to take the steps to get to the gold SRTS status. I know that you have a complete streets policy from 2012. I would love to help you update that to the newest complete and green streets policy. And having these things will help you in the application for grants, so like Sustainable Jersey, Safe Routes to School grants, Safe Streets for All, that could help to pay for things to get implemented, the bicycle infrastructure. And really, I think the timing is perfect for this plan right now and implementation, because at the county level, they're developing a local safety action plan, and a couple of the priority locations are here in Hackensack. And so they will be giving some attention to Hackensack. And also there's the New Jersey Target Zero law that went into effect, and there's the committee, and they're developing a plan that will come out later this year. So it's like the timing fits in very nicely that Hackensack will be ready when this plan comes out, ready with the county, ready with the state to start implementing. And really, Hackensack could be an example for other towns in Bergen County for developing like an awesome bicycle network. There's not a single bike lane on a county road in Bergen County, and it would just be awesome if Hackensack were to get one that could set a precedent for other municipalities. So anyway, I will definitely reach out to you from my, right there. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you, Chris. Yeah, please just give your contact information to the clerk. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Helen from High Street in Hackensack. I'm here for follow-up for the parking situation. I don't know, have you started to sift out all these other cars that don't belong in that neighborhood or not? Like this past weekend, my husband is handicapped. Everybody is parking there, and he had to park so far down on another street and walk back. So I'm asking y'all, please, please, I know it's gonna take time, but please, please work with that street. And I thank you very much.
Good evening. My name is Darlene Bodie. I reside on 154 Clinton Place. And I want to start quickly by showing you, I know I have 3 minutes. Have you ever seen your street like this? To the public, to you, council, mayor. Have you seen our street looking like this after PSC&G comes in and do repairs? Okay, so here's my thing for tonight. I do want to make sure that if we can work with something in our ordinance, because I have looked into our local ordinance and it doesn't show anything in regards to these issues that we're having. On Clinton Place on 2018 or 2019, the city paved the entire city, the entire road. Beautiful, nice and smooth, right? That individuals were using that to speed up. Okay, nonetheless, PSC&G has a restoration program. One, they call it temporarily. The second one is permanent restoration. And this can be 45 to 90 days, depends on the condition of the weather and so and so. But because Hackensack doesn't have anything on the local ordinance, and the state just passed a legislation, Bill 2232, Section 1E, says that they have, it's mandatory for them to repave and repair to the previous condition, how they found it. So meaning that if they came into repair something, whether it's gas or the electricity, and they just patching that, that's not acceptable anymore. And according to the state legislation, the municipality have the power to fine the utility for failing to properly restore the street surfaces, and it is daily from $100 to $1,000. It used to be $100, now it's $1,000 daily. So the municipalities have the right to fine PSC&G or other identities that come into our city, and as us as the taxpayers, right? I'm a taxpayer. I am sick and tired of riding my little hoopty car. Don't have a luxury car, but once I get my Audi, I promise you that I want to make sure that my road is really nice and smooth. Thank you.
Anyone else from the public? You wanna go? Yeah. We were waiting for you. It's right there. There you go. All right, just state your name for the clerk, please. Thank you.
My name is Erika.
You can pull the microphone now so we can hear you. Thank you.
My name is Erika Solis. Sorry, I have a business located at 84 Anderson Street in Hackensack. I've been in Hackensack all my life. I raised my family here. I went to high school here. I went to my technical school here, everything, all my life. So I know Hackensack from top to bottom. But I have a big concern as a business owner. You know, the last superintendent from Hackensack, the last mayor of Hackensack, I was talking to him. He mentioned a few things that now I'm seeing a big impact in my business. So I've been a business owner for the last almost 6 years. I'm licensed. I'm a cosmetologist license. I have 3 kids. I have a family to support. And I do everything legally. Some sense permits, everything legally. But there is something going on with Hackensack business, especially beauty salon and barbershops. There is so many people unlicensed. I have a barbershop in front of my store. They have a room that even they do tattoo. They have around 10 people with no license at all in front of my business. And not just that, every day. I don't know if this is called bullying or something, but when you're a woman and you have to support your family, they always come to you. They always crush my business, look me back to my eyes like, you're gonna get off this place. They've been trying to pull me out from the place many ways. Bullying phone calls, making false appointments, because I'm telling them, like, you cannot have so many people unlicensed there. It's got to the point that the service are undercharged. You know, for me, it's very hard to open a business. Like ministry, you see, go to every store, they're like 10, 15 people without a license. I've been calling the health department for multiple businesses that they even put a Botox in the lips, put a Botox in the chin without a right license. And for me, I went to school, the first thing that I learned is, you got a license, you cannot put the health of the people put at risk. I have people with fungus. They say they don't clean the tools. I've been contacting health department. I've been calling the health department. They went a couple times. They say, we cannot do nothing about it. But I said, the people are still there. Like, I'm strongly to do the monthly rent for the business because I choose to do the right thing. And it's not fair because I'm a business, I own homes here in Hackensack. And listen, the taxes raise every year for my house for $4,000 or $5,000 more every year. So I'm like, close my business, move to another state. You know, I'm in love with Hackensack because this is my childhood. I know, like, the store who do the shoes for my graduation. I know the neighbor from the side. I have a couple neighbors that I do his hair. That, like, they are seniors. You know, that kind of, I don't know what to do.
What I'm going to ask, Ms. Solis?
Mm-hmm.
Ms. Solis, I'm going to ask you if you can just, I'm going to ask the city manager to share his email address with you. If there are specific neighbors, places that you want to have the city look into, please just share that information in a more specific way offline with him if you have that information. But we thank you for being here in Hackensack and staying here. We want to make sure that you have the opportunity to have your business. And we thank you for doing everything the right way. So thank you for that.
Thank you
and
so much.
We'll make sure that, I'm sure we won't have to follow up with him. He'll follow up.
So
with
sorry,
you.
it's just
You'll
my
be okay.
emotions.
All right. Thank you. Thank you. Anyone else from the public? Okay, seeing none, can I have a motion to close to the public? All in favor? Any opposed? Any abstentions? Okay, we also need a motion to close executive session, which we were in before this. Can I have a motion? Okay, all in favor? Any opposed? Any abstentions? Okay, we are going to adjourn this meeting. We're going to take about 5 minutes and we'll come right back out for the regular. Oh, wait, no. I need a motion to adjourn this. I was just so itching to adjourn and come right back out. Can I get a motion to adjourn? All in favor? Any opposed? Don't oppose it. Any abstentions? We're going to take 5 minutes. We'll be right back. Thank you. Okay, we are calling this meeting to order. It is Tuesday, September 9th, 2025. City Clerk, sorry, got you comfortable. If you could please read, thank you.
This meeting is being held in accordance with the Open Public Meeting Act, NJSA 10:4-6 et sec, notice of which was sent to the record in the Star Ledger and was posted on the municipal bulletin board.
Thank you. Please call the roll.
Deputy Mayor Toomey. Here. Councilmember Clark Collins.
Here.
Councilmember Carroll.
Here.
Councilmember Diaz.
Here.
Mayor Gaines.
Here. Please rise to the flag salute.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, we have no proclamations or presentations tonight. We're going to move on to the approval of minutes from August 11th, 2025, the Committee of the Whole meeting, the executive session, and regular meeting minutes. Can I have a motion to approve the minutes?
I'll offer.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Thank you. We will now have the city manager's report.
Good evening, everyone. Just a couple updates. The veteran banner program that the city's running, spots are still available for the next round of banners that are going on Main Street. That will not be installed until next year, but there are still spots for the next round of the veteran banners on Main Street. Visit our City of Hackensack website to sign up for the free weekly newsletter. The newsletter is emailed out every Friday, provides important updates, event information, exclusive content, and community news. On August 15th, the City of Hackensack held a street naming ceremony to rename a portion of Clay Street to James J.T. Taylor Way. The street was renamed in honor of Hackensack native and Rock and Roll Hall of Fame inductee and lead singer of Kool and the Gang, James J.T. Taylor. The event was well attended and celebrated by the community. It was wonderful to see so many people come out to honor Hackensack's own James J.T. Taylor. Please check our website and social media for upcoming events. Some of our events in September. We have a 9/11 memorial ceremony scheduled on September 11th, 10 a.m. in front of fire headquarters. Townwide garage sale, September 13th and 14th from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. The registration deadline for the townwide garage sale is September 10th. You can contact the city manager's office for application information. At the Hack Pack, we have a couple of events going on this month. Hope and Freedom. It's a gallery reception and exhibit on September 11th at 6 p.m. We have Howdy Stranger Improv Comedy Show, September 13th at 8 p.m. Visit the city website under Arts and Rec, Performing Arts for more information. Also, be on the lookout. We have the Hackensack Toberfest, October 4th, 2025, from 12 to 8 p.m. That's breweries will be there, music and food trucks. That's a nice event, very well attended. It's the Hackensack Toberfest, October 4th. That's all I have.
Thank you. No reports from special committees, no special orders, no unfinished business, and general order. Moving on to new business. Resolution number 387-25.
This is a resolution for final adoption of ordinance number 41-2025, an ordinance to amend chapter 170 of the Code of the City of Hackensack Vehicles and Traffic to add a new handicap parking space in section 49.2, parking for the handicapped on Pine Street. This ordinance has been published according to law and now calls for a public hearing.
Thank you. Can I have a motion? Wait, I'm sorry. Open to the public. Thank you. Anyone wanting to speak on this ordinance and this ordinance only?
We need a motion to open.
Thank you. Can I have a motion to open to the public on this ordinance and this ordinance only? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Anyone wishing to speak on this ordinance and this ordinance only? Seeing none, can I have a motion to close to the public on this ordinance?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Motion on the ordinance. Can I get a motion?
A motion.
All in favor?
Aye. Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Okay.
Be it resolved by the City Council of the City of Hackensack, County of Bergen, and State of New Jersey that ordinance number 41-2025 has passed its second and final reading and is hereby adopted.
Thank you. Resolution number 388-25.
This is a resolution for final adoption of ordinance number 42-2025, an ordinance to amend Chapter 170 Vehicles and Traffic to clarify zones in which commercial vehicles can park. This ordinance has been published according to law and now calls for a public hearing.
Thank you. Can I get a motion to open to the public on this ordinance?
I'll offer.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Anyone from the public wishing to speak on this ordinance and this ordinance only? Seeing none, can I have a motion to close to the public on this ordinance?
I'll offer.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Thank you. Can I have a motion to adopt?
Motion.
All in favor? Any opposed?
I oppose.
Any abstentions? Thank you.
Be it resolved by the City Council of the City of Hackensack, County of Bergen, and State of New Jersey that ordinance number 42-2025 has passed its second and final reading and is hereby adopted.
Resolution number 389-25.
This is a resolution for the introduction of ordinance number 43-2025, an ordinance to amend Chapter 170 of the Code of the City of Hackensack Vehicles and Traffic to remove and add a new handicap parking space in Section 49.2, parking for the handicapped. We're adding on West Anderson and removing on Clay Street.
Thank you. Can I have a motion? To- All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions?
Be it resolved that the above ordinance, being ordinance 43-2025, as introduced, is now passed on first reading, and that said ordinance shall be considered for final passage at a meeting to be held on September 30th, 2025, at 8:00 p.m. or as soon thereafter, as the matter can be reached at the regular meeting place of the City of Hackensack, and at such time and place all persons interested be given an opportunity to be heard concerning said ordinance, and that the city clerk be and she is hereby authorized, and directed to publish said ordinance according to law with a notice of its introduction and passage on first reading, and of the time and place when and where said ordinance will be further considered for final passage.
Thank you. Resolution number 390-25.
This is a resolution for the introduction of ordinance number 44-2025, an ordinance amending Chapter 90 of the Code of the City of Hackensack Food and Drink to update certain fees and regulations in Article 1, Retail Food Establishments.
Thank you. Can I have a motion?
I make a motion.
Thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Thank you.
Be it resolved that the above ordinance, being ordinance 44-2025, as introduced, is now passed on first reading, and the said ordinance shall be considered for final passage at a meeting to be held on September 30th, 2025, at 8:00 p.m. or as soon thereafter, as the matter can be reached at the regular meeting place of the City Council, and at such time and place all persons interested be given an opportunity to be heard concerning said ordinance, and that the city clerk be and she is hereby authorized and directed to publish said ordinance according to law with a notice of its introduction and passage on first reading, and of the time and place when and where said ordinance will be further considered for final passage.
Okay, before we move on to the consent agenda, does anything need to be separated out from the consent agenda?
Well, as of right now, we have 396, 397, and 398. Mr. Melagier?
That's correct. Those need to be, respectfully, Mayor, those need to be removed because I have a conflict, so they need to be voted on separately, and I need to remove myself from the dais.
Can you repeat those numbers, please?
396-25, 396-25, 397-25, 398-25, respectively, items 10, 11, and 12 on the consent agenda.
Thank you.
Now, does anything else? I had those, but does anybody have anything else?
I don't believe so.
Nothing else?
Okay.
No. So, should we do those first?
That's up to you. Do you want to do them first, Mr. Melagier, or do you want to?
We'll do them second, Mayor, respectfully, if I may, just so we could just do the consent agenda, and I'll step down.
Sure. All right,
Okay.
so, please.
The following items are considered to be routine in nature and will be enacted in one expenditure, are supported by a certification of availability of funds. Any item requiring discussion will be removed from the consent agenda, and consent agenda items will be reflected in full in the minutes, including any exceptions and/or additions. Resolution 391-25 is a resolution authorizing payment of bills. Resolution 392-25 is a resolution authorizing tax refunds for state board judgments, county board judgments, and duplicate payments. Resolution 393-25 is a resolution appointing fund commissioner to the South Bergen Municipal Joint Insurance Fund. Resolution 394-25 is a resolution of intent to utilize a national co-op contract for the purchase of 2 E1 Typhoon pumper fire engines. Resolution 395-25 is a resolution authorizing award of bid contract for ADA improvements to Baldwin Park. Resolution 399-25 is a resolution authorizing the award of state contract for police body-worn camera storage and licensing. Resolution 400-25 is a resolution authorizing release of escrow funds for various properties. Resolution 401-25 is a resolution authorizing change order number 1 to Suburban Engineering for engineering services for Johnson Park Sports Complex air monitoring. Resolution 402-25 is a resolution qualifying professional service providers and authorizing the mayor to execute contracts with such qualified professionals for the city planner. Resolution 403-25 is a resolution awarding contract to Boswell Engineering for Fashini Park Construction Phase Engineering Services. Resolution 404-25 is a resolution awarding contract to Boswell Engineering for Fashini Park LSRP Engineering Services. Resolution 405-25 is a resolution awarding contract to Boswell Engineering for Johnson Park Construction Phase Engineering Services. Resolution 406-25 is a resolution awarding contract to Boswell Engineering for Johnson Park LSRP Engineering Services. And Resolution 407-25 is a resolution awarding contract to Boswell Engineering for development of a Johnson Park conceptual master plan. And then with that, we would need a motion for the agenda
Thank
as
you.
read.
Can I have a motion?
I'll motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Thank you.
So the first one that we pulled was 396-25, which was a resolution authorizing award of bid contract for the 2025 city-funded road improvement project to New Prince Concrete Construction.
Can I have a motion?
Motion. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Thank you.
Next one is 397-25, resolution authorizing award of bid contract for NJDOT partially funded road improvement project to New Prince Concrete Construction.
Can I have a motion, please?
I'll offer.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions?
And the last one is 398-25, which is a resolution authorizing award of bid contract for CDBG partially funded road improvement project to New Prince Concrete Construction.
Can I have a motion, please?
I'll offer.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Thank you. Okay, I need a motion to open to the public.
I'll offer.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Okay, any member of the public wishing to speak, please come forward, state your name and municipality. Thank you.
Evening, a second time, Sergey Tolstoy. I'd like to commend Ryan Westra for his work in Hackensack since I've been here in 2013. The work done on Hobart Street, which is a light manufacturing and a residential area. In terms of pavement, I'd like to
I'm sorry, I don't want to interrupt you. Do you mind just moving the
Paving.
microphone up just a little bit?
In terms of
Thank you.
paving, I'd just like to see this animosity in Hackensack go away in terms of the past and previous administrations. When you ride down from Kansas Street, from River all the way down to Green Street, you find that only one side of the street is paved, especially in front of the senior citizens federally funded housing. And then when you get to maybe the section that has a Hispanic population, there is no paving on both sides of the street all the way down to Green Street. So whatever animosity and previous feelings, I feel that should be put all in a basket and thrown away, because whatever your enemy was is now your friend. We all live in the same boat. Number two, when it comes to walking out this building and going down into this parking lot, I don't think I'm in a county seat in this county of Bergen County. I look at the parking lot and I look at it and I say, what's going on here? And this has been going on too long. And as a county seat and as a new administration where you're going to unite the people, we need to have a home that looks like it's been taken care of. So this parking lot area and this area behind the Civic Center needs to be looking like it's a real town hall place of meetings. And that's what I like to say tonight. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else from the public wishing to speak?
Good evening, Mayor and Council. I'm Kevin Boswell. I first want to thank you for your confidence in allowing us to serve the interest of you and the residents of the city. The projects that you just approved this evening, 2 of them for Fashini Park, 2 for Johnson Park, relate to the construction inspection as well as the LSRP work that was previously being done by another consultant, and we're taking over those roles here. The last project is the master plan for the for Johnson Park, and the old master plan was developed before you had the 2 parking lots, the old Sears lot down by Anderson, as well as the overflow park from the university office complex. So what we're doing is and now you have effectively 3 separate parking areas with 3 separate access points with no relationship on-site circulation between those 3. In addition, as you know, you canceled the contract on the building, and while that presents some challenges, it also presents a very nice opportunity where now from the current contract that is still continuing, the new parking lot, you now have unobstructed access out to the river. So we've already been working on several different concepts for you to consider. We will have it to you within the next 10 days. And we're also doing a thorough review of the NJDEP permitting for the projects as originally envisioned, and how new stormwater regulations, flood hazard area regulations may affect it to, again, protect the interests of the city because the new regulations are more restrictive. So we're very cognizant of this, and we just want you to know that we're very committed. Again, we thank you for this opportunity, and we're very committed to protecting the interest of all of the residents. Thank you.
I'm Rich Serbo, Spring Valley Avenue. I wanted to mention that roads need to be started up, right? When are they going to start paving roads? There are some shabby roads, there's shabby areas of this town, and the roads are not great. So that's first, okay? Second is, I've been reading the, I know you're only in council here, only, what is it, a few weeks or so?
10, but who's counting? 10.
It's 10 weeks? Okay, that's... Okay, 10 weeks. Okay, so there's been some articles I've been reading, and it's about rescinding things from past deals that the previous council made. Now, I don't know, maybe we could ask Mr. Malagier about this too. That sounds like retaliation to me. Now, I think that's tolerated in politics. If you sort of, trash something that went before and say, oh, no, we're not doing that, and we're out. That's illegal in some areas of the law, retaliation against things. But in politics, it's tolerated. I'm wondering how far you're going to go with that. And I don't know. I thought some of the deals they had were pretty good, okay? So that's my second point. But the roads are important. I thought the weather was so perfect that I'd see roads being paved. Nothing. I don't see anything. And so that's it. I'm brief. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, good evening, Reverend Carolyn Davis, Hackensack. I just want to say congratulations to this board, to what you are doing. As far as I can see, this city of Hackensack voted for this council because they did want to see the changes that are going on. So it's not a surprise to most people. And the things that you are rescinding are the things that the community said they wanted you to look at and rescind. So personally, I thank you. I thank you for what I've seen you doing, getting out in the community, meeting with the community, talking to the people. And I think there's a great sense of relief in the community. So I just want to say congratulations.
Good evening, Dora Mae Davis, Hasbrook Heights, New Jersey, hometown Hackensack. I just want to say once again, congratulations to you all. You're for the people, and I'm so proud of you, and I look forward to working with you. You're my people. Thank you. Mm-hmm.
Hi, Darling, once again. Just have a question in regard. Do you have anything in the future planning about a dog park? As a childless 37-year-old woman, I have gathered a huge group of my other friends here in the city in those new multi-dwellings. So would like to know if you have anything in place for a dog park. We're in need for one, or at least put some stations that we can get doggy bags so people can collect their feces. I live in Clinton Place, and I have to clean up a lot. I don't mind doing that, but as a health inspector, that is not okay. So, thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else? Yeah, you can come on. It's a new session. You got another crack at the microphone there. Thank you.
My name is Erika Solis. Thank you. I've been therapy on my clients. Now I feel like you are my therapist. Congratulations, because you are here to help us. One of the big concerns that I have is in the public Hackensack high school, middle school, elementary school. We've been seeing that there is so many buildings, but there is not enough schools. I had to put my kids in a charter school because they've been complaining that the food are not great. I remember when I was in high school, the food was so delicious, fresh, healthy. And I think the food from high school and middle school and the other is to make the kids overweight and not healthy. I think we had to put a little more pay attention and a little more budget into the kids' meal, and also expanding the schools. Even though my kids, they are in a charter, took me like almost 2 years so they can get into the schools. But what about the other residents? There is more than, so many kids in one classroom. And I need to see that the teacher are also maybe like a little more salary because most of the teachers, they're not doing well. They're retiring. So yeah, as a mom, is my big concern for other parents also, for the kids also. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. Anyone else from the public wishing to speak? Seeing none, motion to close to the public. All in favor? Any opposed? Any abstentions? Deputy Mayor Toomey.
Yes, hello everyone. And thank you to everyone who came out tonight to attend our council meeting. And a special thanks to our presenters for sharing their time and expertise. We look forward to the development of the comprehensive bicycle plan. I know a lot of people asked about that, and again, we look forward to working with that and seeing how it all pans out. Having dealt with legal services in the past when I worked in the Human Services Department, I know that they're highly effective in supporting low-income individuals who need legal assistance and guidance. So that's a good group to refer people to that need that assistance. Thank you to everyone for bringing various issues to our attention. We welcome that because we want to make sure that we look into things and we'll try our best to do the right thing and fix it. Ms. Solis, especially to what you said about doing things the right way, I hear you, and we take it seriously, and we will look into that definitely. There was a gentleman that came up who said, and I appreciate that he said, we've only been in, what is it?
10 weeks.
10 weeks, and and we appreciate that you want to give us the time to get our feet wet and get things squared away. And also, there was I don't think he's here anymore, but there was someone that came up who said something about rooming houses. They're popping up everywhere. So that's a concern, and I'd like to look into that because rooming houses really is something that needs to be approved by the town. And I know from past experience in having dealt with rooming houses, there were a lot more rooming houses in town way back when. There are not so many now, but I don't think there's that anyone could no more new ones, right? Whatever there is, there is. But so if there's, like this gentleman said, if there's rooming houses popping up that we don't know about, we need to find out a little bit more. I know that there's been people saying that there's B&Bs popping up. So that's something else that we need to look into because I don't know what the code is for Hackensack. So, and people renting out rooms in their homes, there's codes for everything. So, so we'll definitely look into that too. So again, thank you and have a good evening.
Thank you. Councilwoman Clark Collins.
Good evening, everyone. I attended 2 events last week. The first one was a health fair given by the India Christian Assembly Church on State Street. I had my blood pressure, blood sugar, and body mass index checked by Hackensack University Medical Center. A lunch was provided, things to do for the kids, and it was all free. So I hope you guys, those of you who came out for that, you enjoyed that as much as I did. And I want to give a special thank you to Pastor Finney for hosting the event. He said that they had a turnout of over 300 people, so that was great. I also supported the soccer car wash fundraiser at the high school. The kids did a great job of washing the cars under the supervision of Coach Sean. So I want to thank Coach Sean for that fundraiser for the kids, and with the kids. And I think a lot of people came out for that too. They had a lot of cars lined up. So thank you for hosting, thank you for supporting that event. Just want to say, please continue to come out and support these events. I'm sure the more you show support, the more events you will see in the future. And as Tom had said, our next big event is our citywide yard sale on this Saturday and Sunday. This is the first time we're doing this, so hopefully it'll be a success and we can continue to do it as well. I also wanted to thank Darlene. I think that's her name. Is it? I'm sorry, what was your name? Darling. I want to thank you for bringing that state bill to our attention. That's very important, and we definitely will look into that. Because I agree, they should be held responsible, PSC&G as well as the water company, for what they're doing to the streets. And finally, I wanted to mention that I lost my cell phone walking on Prospect Avenue last Friday. Luckily, I have the Find Me location app and traced it back to an apartment on Passaic Street. I called the police department, and to make a long story short, it was found by a woman who was walking that same path. She returned it to me. So if you're watching, and I hope I get your name right, I want to say a special thank you to Jendian. Thank you so much for returning my phone. I also want to give a special thanks to Officers Miller, Soroka, and Badalion for their assistance in helping me with that. So thank you. And thank you all for coming out, and get home safe.
Thank you. Councilman Carroll.
Good evening. How are you all? I know that Mr. Glover has left, but he did get up and say, please bear with us. It's been since July 1st. I think somebody else did mention it. So yes, we're trying to do the best for our residents, our employees, and for the community. So bear with us. We're getting there. Mr. Boswell, great presentation. I hope that within the next 10 days, we have that rendering of Johnson Park so we can take the eyesore that was going to be there out of our heads and see a new rendering of something nice for the community, everyone to enjoy. That young lady with PSC&G and the repaving. I've dealt with them a lot. It's hard, but yes, I hate to see a block that's just been paved and then all of a sudden they decide to do a water line on it. They are supposed to keep it according to that what you said, but it's never the same. They're not going to pave the whole block. They're only going to pave that section that they take out and this section that goes to your house. So I wish that there was something different where they pave half the block, but then sometimes someone else said it before with the bikes. Half the block looks beautiful, the other half doesn't. That's not because of us. That's because they paved or did something. So that's that. And then the last thing, last Friday, I attended with Congressman Josh Gottheimer. We did a press conference at the high school, and somebody brought up these e-bikes. So the e-bikes was the topic of conversation with the congressman. You want to look it up, it's there. And it's about e-bike safety, storage, and more importantly, about things that we can make our children safer. I don't know if you knew that the DOT runs or tells us what we should do and don't do with the e-bikes. So it's not law, it's the Department of Transportation. The ages are between 13 and 17 that should wear a helmet. Anybody after that is supposed to wear a helmet. They don't. 7 miles an hour to 18 miles an hour is supposed to be the top speed. They don't. We're trying. It's crazy out there. It's a cheaper form of transportation, and more people are doing it. So when we talk about the e-bike lanes the bicycle lanes, maybe it's a possibility to combine that. I don't know, but that's another issue that we're going to bring up. So thank you for your support, and thank you for coming out tonight.
Thank you. Councilman Diaz.
Thank you, Mayor. Good evening. Excuse me if my comments tonight will be a little general, because rather than present a report for the first 100 days, today I want to make a reflection about our first 70 days, because we have 70 days today, to be exact. All right? Because when I woke up this morning, the first thought that came to my mind was, what a summer we've been having in Hackensack. It's been different. I think it's been very positive. Since our swearing in on July 1st, we share some great moments together, like the spectacular 4th of July celebration that drew such a massive crowd, followed by so many shows and events that brought our community together. You know, we're getting back that community sense that we wanted. None of it would be possible without the hard and smart work of our city employees and volunteers, and above all, the collaboration and positive energy of our residents. On the other hand, and I'm talking on behalf of the council in general, my city manager and my city attorney, the decisions we have made so far have been guided and supported by most of you, and your constant presence at these meetings, sharing opinions and ideas, makes all the difference, believe me. Now, let's continue doing it one day at a time, one season at a time. So let's get ready for the fall season with new ideas, with new commitments, okay? But always thinking on the best interest of the residents of Hackensack. But let's make sure that we put in the same enthusiasm and commitment that we have shown so far. Hackensack is on the rise, and the best is still ahead of us. So thank you for attendance tonight's meeting. God bless you, and good night.
Thank you. So many great things have been said, so I'm not going to repeat. I just want to thank everyone again for coming out, and really hope that from these meetings you gain some insight into, as the councilwoman said, things that are happening in Hackensack. We try our best to better communicate, or to best communicate. And I agree. Someone made a comment before. I get emails all the time from Teaneck and Maywood about what they're doing. And I think that we can probably step that up as well. But, you know, we speak a lot about how new we are. But I do want to say I am incredibly proud of what we have done in 70 days. And while we're not there yet, boy, just wait till we get there. It's only been 70 days, right? So you just wait. But I want to point out just two quick things. One of the things that we had the opportunity to go to a couple weeks ago was the Police Youth Academy graduation, which was an amazing program, sponsored by our police department. Our fire department supported. It was a great 90 kids participated in this, kids of all races, backgrounds, from every neighborhood in Hackensack, and also from our sending districts, or rather our receiving districts. And it was fantastic. The graduation, I wish there was video of it. The graduation was, there is video of it? Oh, great. Then we'll find a way to give it a little, get a little piece of it for you. But it was, to watch these kids, not just go through a week-long experience that maybe for some of them they see it as a camp sort of thing, but they're learning about public service. They're learning about responsibility. They're learning about how to listen and respond to people. And I had the opportunity to pop in a couple of days and see them, and just to see them on that graduation was really fantastic. So hopefully we have the opportunity to share a little bit of that footage. The only other thing that I want to comment on is, you know, we are looking to provide better service in a way that is also fiscally responsible. And I don't want there to be any misconception about the way that we are approaching this. A comment was made about road paving, a couple comments. If you look at the roads that are being paved, we're looking at South Newman, we're looking at DeWolf, we're looking at Union, we're looking at Lookout, Wes Anderson, Coolidge, Davis, Kennedy to Hudson. That's the entire city. That's the entire city. That's across, I think, all 5 wards are having their streets, some streets in there, redone. So we're cognizant of that. Yes, there have been changes from the previous administration. One I want to highlight tonight. There was a change order that we were able to take $80,000 plus off of a contract by moving it from one vendor to another vendor who can provide the same service, maybe even better service, for less. And so I just want to be very clear. What we won't do is rubber stamp things that we inherited just because we inherited them. We're going to look at things. We're going to make good decisions, the best decisions that we can make in our judgment. But certainly no one is sitting here looking to be spiteful. Everyone is looking to figure out how we can do a little bit better. We ran because we believed we could do better. That's what we're looking to do. So I just want to be clear about where we're coming from. And with that, I'd like to have a motion to adjourn.
I'll offer.
All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Any abstentions?